What's going on, everybody? It's AG here. Let's go ahead and start previewing the games for next week. We've got a really good slate here: Texas, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Oregon, and this game. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Ole Miss and LSU. So essentially, this is almost a playoff elimination game. Now, you could get in realistically with two losses now, depending on who you lose to. But with both these teams losing already, with them being in the SEC, it's going to be tough to get in with two losses unless those two losses were, Texas, Georgia, Alabama. So I think this is pretty much an elimination game here, which makes this game even more interesting. Even with all the other games we've talked about so far, this game I think has the most meaning for both these teams going forward because the loser's almost out completely of the playoffs. But Ole Miss looks like is favored right now, 63%. I think this is a pretty solid matchup here. Both teams have losses. Ole Miss losing to Kentucky 20-17, then LSU losing to USC 27-20. So both really close losses, but at the same time, they're not losing the top 10 teams. So USC probably going to drop a little bit after losing today. Then as for Kentucky, played with Georgia, but still lost that game, and then also lost that game to South Carolina. But as far as Ole Miss, the rest of their schedule, pretty handling wins here. And then as for LSU, they've struggled at times, but they have gotten wins regardless. They started a little slow against UCLA and against Nichols, but they got the win. And then South Carolina, I think that's a solid win despite it being close. As for Ole Miss, you can see the stats here. Jaxson Dart so far, almost 2,000 yards passing, 13 touchdowns. And then as for LSU, Nussmeier, similar situation, over 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. So both offenses are putting up some serious numbers. Ole Miss's D-line is good. LSU's O-line is good. So I think that's really where you're going to see this game won. I would probably give the coaching edge a little bit to LSU with Brian Kelly. Jaxson Dart has more experience at quarterback playing, so I'd probably give them the edge there. But I think, again, the game is probably going to come down to LSU's offensive line versus Ole Miss's defensive line. That's kind of strength versus strength there. And can LSU hold them? Can they get some blocking up front to give Nussmeier time? But also at the same time, looking at this, can LSU avoid that slow start they have had so far in these other games? Can Ole Miss actually score a little bit? Kentucky really shut down that offense a little bit. Jaxson Dart's going to need a little help there. This game's pretty much a coin flip for me. I think it could really go either way. And like I said, it has some serious implications going forward for not only the SEC, but both of these teams in the college football playoff. So I'm going to lean LSU here since it is at home. I'm going to give them the edge here. But again, I could see this going either way. But give me LSU in a really close one. I think it'll be single digits. But who do you think that wins this game? Comment down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.